Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Jeff again coming to you from the Mindcrack server. And I figured today what we can do is I'm going to head back over toward the massive cave system. I mean, I was there yesterday briefly. We just kind of stopped by it because I was looking for, I don't remember what I was looking for. We were looking for something else. And I was on the hunt for glowstone. And I went over there and didn't really find too much. So I figure we'll just go over to the massive caving system and see if there's still a lot left of it to explore. How did I just do this yesterday and find like the super quick path? I can't find it again. I should really mark it because it's like, it's not down there. Because this thing is still in the vision. It's like right over here somewhere. Is this it? Yep, this is it. You know what, let's, do I have cobble? I do have cobble. I'm gonna mark this just so I don't keep missing it. There we go. And torch. Torch. And we are good to go. Because I'm pretty sure, like, the whole thing, if I recall, opened up into a big ravine. And in the ravine, I didn't do much. There's one of my boats. I got a boat on me. There's another portal over there. There's so many portals in this generalized area. Come here, boat. Watch this island have, like, nobody explored yet and have it have some massive, like, temple with 85,000 name tags and stuff on it. I think that would be entertaining. So I've been looking into some storage systems some more, some item sorting storage systems, and it looks like, based on my needs, the main thing that I'm going to need to do is make one that is just like Seth Bling's from last season, which I really don't want to do because that loud clicky noise gets so annoying. But I think that's going to end up being, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I want to go in. That loud clicky noise from those droppers gets so annoying, but I think it's like the only thing I'm going to have that's going to... What the hell? Yes, I hear you, zombies. Where's my entrance? You can't tell me I made this exit without an entrance. I mean, I can go in that entrance, but I don't know exactly where that's going to loop me to. Let's just use... I guess we'll just dig into the wall. Hold on, let me get some air. Stop it. Because it's obviously, like, right here. I hate digging underwater, though. It's so annoying. Good thing the torch trick still works. Yeah, it looks like, there we go. Torch trick. Okay. I don't know exactly how I had covered that up and not had a way out of here, but we are back in the cave, which is excellent. Where did I actually come into this cave at? It must have been through this wall, which means, oh, I just flooded this whole thing. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Come on, stop, stop. There. Letting the water flow everywhere here. Oh, was I using my silk touch pick? I must have been, because that was normal cobble. So I want to go find where this thing met the ravine at. Which one's silk touch? That's silk touch, so first slot. My water made it all the way down here. And I guess I can get on the bandwagon of collecting more rail. Now, one thing I keep looking into is I want to make a cool minecart storage system, or a storage system that involves a lot of minecarts and things like that. And I found a couple cool concepts with it. Excuse me. Wow. But none of them are able to be really like a single wide and stackable. Like, so I was looking into trying to figure out how to correct that, and I was unfortunately having a lot of a lot of problems. So I wasted a lot of time like on a creative world looking at a bunch of stuff, and unfortunately I did not come up with exactly what I wanted to yet. I'm still going to look into it. It'll just probably have to be after the PAX time frame, because the next 4 or 5 days for me are relatively busy between fire department and work, that I'm not going to be able to do a lot of just creative world play, which is really annoying because I really wanted to get, as I talked about in the last episode, I really wanted to get my sensitive map updated in before I went to PAX, and I'm not sure if that's going to happen or not, but I'm really going to try and really going to work on it, so we will find out. But, oh, for those of you who watch Terra Restore, by the way, with not MC Gamer, excuse me, The Merry Gamer and myself. The Merry Gamer's a great guy. I've known him for a few years he's been on my fan server for a while. And we've talked, I mean, not too much in general, like from the fan server, you got like Rulon and Adrian are two of my really good buddies. My one buddy that I actually went to like elementary school and stuff with is now, you know, part of my fan server. So we talk on a different level though. We've always been friends, so that's different. But you know, Rulon and Adrian are really good friends of mine that I've known just through Minecraft and just through the fan server. You know, it's the same way that I got to know Guude and stuff through Mindcrack. But they I'll have some weeds. So the Merry Gamer and I, we've known each other for a while, but not nearly as close. So we've always been trying to get these collabs together, and we finally got one. Now, for those of you who watch it, great. For those of you who don't, please watch it. It's good. I enjoy it. I think we have a good time and a good collaborative relationship playing games with each other. So I would suggest you go check it out. But where I'm going with this is, don't get too attached to it. And I say that not because I want the series to end, but I've recently run into a major issue with the hosting provider that I was hosting that through. So Chicago VPS is a hosting provider that sells virtual private servers for quite cheap. So they're not the greatest servers in the world. I understand that. I mean, actually, I've not really had much problems with them. So they've always done everything I've wanted to do. You probably couldn't run like something that can hold like 30 people on a regular basis on there. But actually, a funny story about that, the JSNO fan server actually was started because the very first one I had purchased, and I thought this was like an incredible deal, it was $39 for a year, $39 per year to have a virtual private server that was like, 2 gigs of RAM, a 1 terabyte hard drive. Obviously, it's shared space being a VPS, which is what makes them less ideal for most people running major servers. And it was so cheap that I was like, you know what? With $39 a year, I can't go wrong. So I went and got myself a VPS, and I went to Reddit, the Mindcrack Reddit, and I said, hey, any Mindcrack fans, I want to test out and see what this server can do. So as many of you guys who can come in here to this server, come on with me. I'll give you the IP address. We'll get some mini games set up on there. We'll all play, have a good time together, as well as it helps me test. Like it gives you guys like a chance to play with some Mindcrackers, and which was only me. It wasn't a bunch of other people, but give you a chance to play with somebody from the Mindcrack server if you'd like to, as well as it helps me out, as well as I have fun like meeting new people. So a bunch of people came on. We probably had about 30 people that came on, and we played. I mean, I think the very first thing I ever loaded up on there was Cube Control, which the very first time I played Cube Control, like I thought it was such a great game. I wanted to just keep playing it, and I'm sad that more people don't play Cube Control because I think it's great, and I have a lot of fun with it. So we loaded up some Cube Control. That went pretty well. There was a little bit of like lag that started at first, and then we started just playing a bunch of other games on there. I think this ends, so I'm going to go down here real quick. So I set up like just a bunch of other games on there, and we played games for multiple hours. We all sat there and played, and it actually worked quite well. So I shut the server down, and at the time I had installed, I'd never used it before. I'd never set up my own Minecraft server, or Minecraft server, yeah. I'd never set up my own Minecraft server, so I used something called MSM, which is actually really good, but it actually became more of a hassle for me to use anymore. But if you are new into setting up Minecraft servers, I would definitely suggest you check out MSM. It's a Minecraft server mod or something like that. It just makes the management of your Minecraft server a lot easier in an environment if you're not familiar with it. So all through Linux, by the way. So I had set it up through MSM, and one thing I didn't realize about MSM at the time is it by default makes it so like your server will start if you reset your box, and that's good. That's great overflow protection on if your box goes down for some reason, it comes back up. It doesn't take you having to go in there to manually start it. Like if the Minecraft server goes down, there's only a few people that have access to the Minecraft server, for security reasons and things like that. And if it goes down, we have to wait until one of those people with access are able to log in and load it back up for us. Whereas the MSM thing makes it so that it will automatically start back up for you. And I didn't know this. And I had deleted the world that we were playing on because we kept reinstalling all these different games. Check this out. We kept reinstalling all these different games in order to play different multiplayer games. So I deleted the folder, and turned the server off or reset the server or whatnot. And a couple days later, I don't remember if somebody messaged me and said, dude, check out the server. And I was like, what are you talking about, check out the server? Like, it hasn't been running in multiple days. And I logged on. It had started a brand new vanilla Minecraft world. And I log in and I look around, and there's these elaborate structures and things like that built. It was not whitelisted at the time because I was just testing it out. So anybody who got a hold of it, there was about 25 people or so that were playing that day, and for whatever reason logged back into it afterwards, realized the server was up and running in a brand new vanilla world, and just started playing and making it like their own little server to play on. So that's when I first met Adrian. And he said, hey, dude, you should just leave this thing up and running. We'll, like, whitelist it and have it be the JSano fan server. I was like, yeah, whatever. Nobody's going to want to play, like, the JSano fan server. But, hence, the JSano fan server was born. I never turned it back off purposely. And people started playing on it. That's a great community over there. The JSano fan server community is just full of such wonderful people. I love you all. But that was the starting of it, and eventually they ended up moving on to a different hosting provider because I ran it on this $39 a year hosting provider for a while, and then it started to run into problems. Like the bigger the thing got, the more lag it had and stuff. What do you expect from something so cheap? I wasn't expecting it to be a long-term solution to that. So they ended up moving it on to something else. And somebody else hosts the thing completely now and actually runs it. I don't really have much to do with it except for the name and the fact that I still try to talk to all the people on there. But that is the same company that I have this hosting box through. Now, over the recent holiday in 2014, holiday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc., they ran these incredible specials where I ended up buying 3 more virtual private servers from them. One of them was $45 for 2 years of a server that had half the hard drive space. So it had like 2 gigs of RAM, or maybe it's only 1 gig of RAM on that one, but 500 gigs hard drive space, which is more than you ever really need for, a basic server that you're going to use to go just play some co-op games with other friends. I liked having a server that could just go install co-op games if I wanted to do a collab with somebody. I don't have to rely on somebody else to set up the server. I can do it myself because I have them and they're cheap. And it worked. Guude and I played Inferno Mines on one that I had bought 2 during that last stint that I was talking about. And Guude and I played Inferno Mines. And granted, that one had a little bit more problems than the one the fan server originally ran on. I don't quite know why. It was a little bit laggier, but we played. We muddled through and it was fine. So I let that one expire because I got this biennial deal now on this one for just a couple dollars more total. It's for 2 years and it's about the same. And I was like, sweet. And then all of a sudden, they also had the next day a triennial deal, which means every 3 years, it was like $40 for 3 years for a pure SSD solution. So I'm actually have one that I'm running an SSD box off of. So it runs extremely smoothly. I don't know if you've noticed, watched the Merry Gamer and I, but we have not really had any lag issues, anything like that on there. And it's been running for, great for us. Now, the problem is, all of a sudden, get back to the original point of this whole story. Yesterday, oh, crap. yesterday I get this email from them, and all it says is server suspended notification. You gotta remember, I've only had this server since Thanksgiving. I've played one other game with some co-op people on it just for fun, and then basically I set it up so the Mary Gamer and I want all you obsidian. I'm not going to bother getting the obsidian now, though. I can do that stuff off camera. I want to get back to that ravine, which I somehow have completely lost the way to go to said ravine, but I got trapped following all these dark tunnels. I need to go back up here. So it says this server suspend notification, and it said, reason, network abuse. And then it gave me a pic of, literally all it showed was 3 IP address connections to my server that were from like Oregon or so. I traced them back and they're from Oregon, but it didn't give me enough information to understand, like, is this something that's been happening recurrently? Are there like thousands of these going on and you just sent me a picture of like 3 of these connections? Is it bogging down the space? I didn't understand how to read the screenshot that they sent me. And I wrote to them, I put them in a support ticket and I said, hey, you shut down my server. I'm not quite sure why. What you mean by network abuse. Also, the screenshot you sent me just shows something about these connections from Oregon. Nobody's accessed my servers from Oregon. I can assure you that. And if this has been hacked or compromised, can we like recycle and give me a new IP address or something like that? Or can you like explain more to me on these logs on what exactly we're looking at here? Because I assure I haven't done anything on the server. All it is it's set up to run a Minecraft co-op game with the Mary Gamer. That's all this thing does. I'm not sure that that's really network abuse, because no, it's not against their terms of service to run a Minecraft server. Or I keep saying Minecraft server. To run a Minecraft server, it is not against their TOS. That was actually one of the major selling points of it in the first place, was that many people on the deal site that I found this thing on, one of the co-founders of this company was in there, and they said, can it run a Minecraft server? God, I'm gonna like Freudian slip or something. And he was like, I assure you, you will never reach your bandwidth capacity running a Minecraft server on this box, because they give you enough bandwidth. And Mary Gamer and I have put a total of like 8 to 10 hours worth of gameplay into this server. I don't think that should exceed bandwidth limitations for 2 people to be connected to a server for 8 to 10 hours. I could be completely wrong on that, but either way, I put in the support ticket. He wrote me back like 20 minutes later and said, we'll update you shortly. That's all it said. We'll update you shortly. And I was like, that's odd. For them to have such a limited response, I'm under the impression that the servers have been hacked. Their servers have been hacked. Now, this would not be the first time. I lost one whole server before because of some hacking incident, and it was while Guude and I were actually playing Inferno Mines, and I was so afraid because it was both of the servers went down, but they had only shut one down for security purposes till they could find where the breach was at. The other box went down, and I lost everything that was on that server. Luckily, it didn't really have anything on it, because if it had Guude and I's progress on there, we would have been in a world of hurt. But luckily, that was not the case. So these are the risks you take with these cheap hosting providers. But I was thinking, okay, maybe they got hacked again. I don't keep personal information on there. If they got hacked again, whatever, and they're going to remedy it, no big deal. I'm going to lose progress in this map, and I don't know what to do about that. So a couple hours later, I get sent a note or an email message saying, I have moved this on to our billing department. And I'm like, what does billing department have anything to do with this? This is like a possible security breach, possible wrongful suspended service notice. And I wrote him back, and I was like, well, I don't understand why it goes to the billing department, and he hasn't written me back yet. But I've currently lost that server. I don't have access to that server. It has shut down. It is inaccessible. It's suspended for network abuse, that I don't know exactly what I did wrong, and hopefully we will get that remedied without losing the info on there. Now, the nice thing is, since it wasn't hacked, as long as they give it back to me at some point, it should contain my files, I would think. In which case, what I would do is I would end up copying the game, the save world off of there, and then reinstalling the whole thing, because if it is been hacked and it was hacked from my end somehow, which I find hard to believe just because nobody has, like, nobody knows about that server, so I can't imagine. I can't imagine what else is would have caused this issue, but I would just probably copy the save world out of there and get it reinstalled. The thing is, right now I'm in a state of limbo that I don't know what they're going to do. The fact that they're sending it to the billing department throws me off, because does that mean that they're like, nope, we found you guilty and now we will just refund your money because we don't want to deal with your kind? Or they go to the billing department because the billing department is actually somehow the people who run, you know, if it gets hacked or something and getting it remedied. Like, that part I don't know. I'm kind of shocked that, like, it's only been one day, but they sell these VPSs for a living, and I'm kind of shocked that having a wrongfully shut down VPS, in my opinion, or wrongfully shut down server, in my opinion, is not getting a slight bit more attention. Like, yeah, there was initial attention that he said he would update me shortly. However, I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen with it, and the fact that all he said was, we will update you shortly, and then I've moved this on to billing, that doesn't give me any information. Are you looking into this from a, you know, a hacked perspective? Are you working on something with this? Did you find out what the problem is? Are you trying to figure out where the problem started? Like, I don't know any of that information, which, you know, I'm not really genuinely that upset the fact that it's a $40 piece of software, or piece of hardware, I guess. It's a VPS, so I don't know exactly what you call it. Ooh, there's Dark Cave up there I gotta get to. I want this iron, but I want to check what's in here, but I see the fact that it looks like there's another spider spawn. Ooh, diamonds! Looks like there's another spider spawner right up here that I need to go take care of. So that's what I've been dealing with the last day, and I'm just kind of surprised. Like if this was, let's say this was Mindcrack, and I was running it off of this piece of shit company. Like, I can't call him a piece of shit. I actually really like him. You know, granted, there's problems or whatever, but I don't need this block of quartz. I'll take that. I mean, some people buy these things to run businesses and things like that off of, and I would be a little bit upset if my business was gone and unable to come back. Ooh, creeper. Okay, I found more big cave. This is crazy. This place is insane. I'm going to set up a shop. Make sure there's nothing above me. Set up shop right here. Because we are going to call this episode good. Yeah, this is good. All right, guys. Again, like, comment, subscribe. I will see you guys next time.